Hello everyone! For this video, it is going to be a chapter review. Now, I haven't been covering all of them. I'm only really going to be covering any ones that are interesting, but what I wanted to ask in the comments, now obviously I cannot show the entirety of a full chapter in a video, regardless what, now I can talk about it in the video, right? Now, I was thinking of eventually doing a manga versus anime video where I go over the differences. Now, is it alright if I just don't show the actual panels in the thing? Like, at best I could show maybe the cover page. Like, there's the whole debate also, maybe if I show a page but I edit out the text, because some comic book channels do that for like copyright or whatever, covering it. Honestly, I need to find a good way to cover the stuff. Or if you're just alright with the format where I just talk over it, but probably add edited visuals, I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to talk about it. If you're expecting to see any visuals in the video, not until I can figure out how to actually do it. At best, I'll probably have the cover page in the thumbnail or something like that. Alright, so we're going to go over it, so I'm just going to move that there so I remember not to actually show it. Okay, so in the actual cover page of the chapter, which I'll probably just will pick there. In this chapter, it is two things. It is Rashad versus Valt. Now, in the actual manga, Rashad, previously we knew he was #1. He was ranked #1 in the world. And I think I missed out on the chapter with Shu. I'm assuming he just beat him, and then after he eventually got the gear or something along those lines. But, yeah, the first, now basically, right, the manga and the anime are very different. For starters, I believe in the anime, Valt is still the champion. He regained his title, I think it was like briefly mentioned on his debut episode. So there was no thing where it's like, oh, Valt's #2 in the world, oh, who's #1, oh, it's Rashad, you know? So Rashad does still have the red Savior era Valkyrie. And I guess this is basically Valt for the title match and the champion. So it's Valt versus Rashad. Now, Rashad does shot upper, so again, he has the same mirror combination that he has. Honestly, this is actually a really funny parallel because in the actual chapter, when he's going for the upper, he actually breaks Valt's... I don't know if he breaks Valt's rubber or Valt breaks... No, it looks like he breaks Valt's rubber on... Yeah, he fully awakened Savior, dear God. So this is like a mirror for the anime. And then after he bursts Rashad and Valt beats him, becoming the champion again. Now, I really like how Rashad's drawn in the manga. I like how here Marita does the little eyes things with all the circles. He's a really good artist. So they're watching it on a Baypad on YouTube. That's kind of funny. Wow, so the parody of YouTube in the Beyblade universe is called YouTube. Alright. So basically they explain the gear thing with S gear and whatever and how you can flip it. So I guess he got that after. I guess after an encounter with Shu. He goes on to that island, I believe that we saw Louis was in before. And then after, goes to some scary place, sees a shadow, they get scared, it's actually Louis. So, yeah, Louis is kind of introduced, he's, I guess, practicing, and he's going crazy, and it looks like there's a lot of stadiums his Longinus is traveling through. And oh, okay, they're, like, racing on stadiums, I guess, which is really weird, which, okay, so it's Belial and Ragnarok, and I guess they can't do it, Louis laughs at them. Then Louis nails it, and then after it's Bell versus Louis. So Bell does not have the L gear yet. Now when Longinus goes for it, he goes right for the burst right away. So in this time for the manga, instead of Bell already having L gear before he faces off against Louis, he first encounters Louis, he battles him without the gear, and Louis laughs and taunts him. Really bad. Bell's honestly, this is funny, man. He's getting destroyed constantly. So this is actually a similar point in the anime, that Louis would fight against Bell, and he would keep on beating Bell, and it's actually a similarity to the episode, actually, quite a bit. Bell gets really upset, like he has fangs, and then after he goes at it, and he bursts Longinus. And Bell seems a little bit more aggressive, which is a slight difference in his character than the anime. for an example, when he made the F gear, I'm pretty sure like he didn't do it the same way. He took Fafnir, like he's a bit of a brat. And then after he just gets L gear, I don't know if, yeah, he just gets it right at the end. So, yeah, that's a little bit weird. So Louis talking to him, whatever, and then after I guess he gets handed that gear at the end by Louis because of the hand or whatever. Or whatever, he gets the L gear at the end, so, yeah. Alright, so thoughts on the chapter. So the similarity between the anime and the manga is the idea that basically Bell versus Louis, Bell goes through a lot of matches and eventually he beats Louis. So I guess it's sort of that progression idea. And I don't know which one I really prefer. Actually, I prefer the anime in this case. I feel, even though that gold thing was a little bit whatever, it kind of feels a little bit more accomplished, because like, alright, he gets a little bit upset. And they didn't even beat him with the L, at least in the anime, I was like, oh, well, he had the L gear and he utilized all the gears and he managed to beat him. And I was like, oh, I can accept that. Yeah, and this one, I'm not too sure. So I am very curious once the volume stuff comes out. I do really want to cover Sparking and see all the differences. There are a few things, like character appearances, and a big difference in the finale. And let me try to think, is there anything else? No, there's nothing really else. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you like more, the anime or the manga? And what do you think of Valt being the champion again? I think this makes sense, and this will probably set up, if Rashad does end up getting his own Bay, maybe like an arc where he tries to come back against Valt. And also will set up Valt versus Bell, because obviously Bell wants to be at the top. I am curious too, how is Bell going to get his Belial evolved in the actual manga? And also technically the anime at the time of this recording. I wonder, now, if I'm going to go out on a whim, I'm going to guess it's pretty similar, because usually with the anime and the manga, even though they're two different continuities, the anime will kind of just follow key events that the manga will have, but do it a little bit differently from point A to point B. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. The video has commentary in it, and let me know how you want me to tackle the Korokoro. I'll probably think of some way. At best, I won't show it, but I still want to do videos talking about it, because it's so interesting to me to see how different it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye!